Hey everybody, Ben Frederickson here alongside Stu Durando for a new episode of Billikens Beat. We're here to give you some bad news, but also maybe some good. Stu, last time we talked, Billikens fans were fired up. Their team was on a A-10 best winning streak, and we said, look, they're going to build bubble talk if they continue this run. We knew they weren't going to win every game from here on out, but they turned around and lost the next two back-to-back to St. Bonaventure, one at home, the next on the road. Now that bubble talk has faded, but it looks like the A-10 very much is gearing up for a wild and wacky conference tournament. So some good, some bad. We'll get into that. What went wrong against St. Bonaventure, Stu?
Well, there were a lot of issues in both of those games. Ben, as you know, turnovers were, which had not been a problem during that 6-game win streak at all. I think they were averaging about 10 a game. Just suddenly a massive amount of turnovers in both games. Yuri had a lot of turnovers. St. Bonaventure is a strong, aggressive defensive team and just forced a lot of steals, blocked a ton of shots, turned all that stuff into points. And, so suddenly SLU didn't look like the team that had won 6 games in a row. And St. Bonaventure looked like the team that was picked to win the Atlantic 10 and was ranked early in the season. So that was probably the biggest thing defensively yesterday at St. Bonaventure. SLU was probably looked as bad as we've seen them in a long time in the first half. The Bonnies were getting layups and dunks, and especially aggravating to Travis Ford, I'm sure, was all the offensive rebounds that St. Bonaventure got. So it was just a compilation of various problems that led to the 2 losses.
So they take their wounds against St. Bonaventure. The bubble talk, it cools off, and they're down to low 50s, and Ken Pomeroy's rating. They're in the 60s in the net. Now, some good news. This very well could be a 1-bid league for the A-10, and that could be the only team that goes to the tournament is the one that wins the conference tournament. So that's maybe something that SLU's not going to be happy about, the discussion of an at-large bid fading here down the stretch. But every team in the A-10, even Davidson, even St. Bonaventure, is right now probably starting to focus its side on, hey, if we want to go to the big tournament, if we want to go to March Madness, we have to win the conference tournament. So that's not something where SLU is unfamiliar with, and it's something that really right now the focus is, hey, go try to get a top 4 seed in that tournament. Go get a double bye, because that's the best thing any A-10 team can probably do to give itself a best chance of making March Madness, correct?
Yeah, realistically right now, teams are playing for a spot in that top 4. Davidson's still in control on top. SLU gets to go there and have a shot at them on Saturday. But Davidson has a very, the schedule is helpful for them the rest of the way, and they're the favorite definitely to finish on top in the regular season. So it's about finishing in that top 4, which SLU has done the last couple of years, and getting the bye into the Friday game into the quarterfinals. And right now it looks like there's probably, besides Davidson, 5 other teams vying for 3 spots. So whatever team can build the momentum and finish strong is the ones that are going to have that advantage going into the tournament. And the Bonnies, SLU's right now behind Dayton and behind VCU and just ahead of St. Bonaventure and Richmond. So they're all packed in really tight, and whoever gets hot is going to be in the top 4. And SLU has a chance to do that. They come home on Wednesday to play LaSalle, and then they've just got to build momentum from there.
Bubble talk, it was brief, but SLU is not out of this yet. They're going to have to go the hard way, but they're used to that. They've done it before. We'll see if they can pick themselves up and get back on track here. Keep it locked at stltoday.com for all of your Billikens coverage. For Stu Durando, I'm Ben Frederickson. We'll talk to you next time.